Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Those of you who've been following me for a while now, you notice I've been doing a lot of content on my Lexus IS 250 ever since I started my bumper conversion and my headlight conversion, tail light swap, wing, all that kind of stuff. I just, I've had this car for about 12 years now. I bought it brand new in 2007. I did a lot of stuff to it the first couple years, wheels, lowering it, kind of just driving it. I kind of kept it pretty simple and clean back then. And it was fine. I did posted a lot of my stuff on Club Lexus at the time. There's a lot of DIY stuff that I had posted back then that still on there now, and people, I still get comments and stuff on there about it. I did LED change outs on my navigation and all my lights inside. I did one of the first lowering your car with springs DIYs. I did a IS 350 big brake conversion. Did a bunch of other stuff to it, and then I had kids and got married, and I didn't mess with it for about 5 or 6 years other than driving it. And then I had that little minor fender bender in the parking lot at work one day, and ended up getting some insurance money and did most of that work myself. I did the 3IS conversion, swapped out the headlights, did a retrofit on my headlights to LED projectors. I did a bunch of stuff. It's all posted since I started that back up. During that same time, I got this Toyota Sienna. I did a bunch of stuff on this when I first got it, but never I never recorded it. I did take a bunch of pictures. I've got some DIY stuff on Sienna Chat for the Sienna, but that forum is kind of dead. Not many people hang out on forums anymore. Everybody's on YouTube, on Facebook groups, on Instagram, and all that. So a lot of those forums are pretty dead. I kind of started going back to them because I quit hanging out at them for a while too, because I didn't really work on cars or do anything that I needed to hang out in the forum, but and I try to get back active in there, especially Club Lexus, and not much traffic goes through there anymore. So it's people post stuff, and it's the same stuff people post on Facebook. So a lot of the answers get on Facebook over and over and over again. It's the same question every day. But so I just kind of wanted to kind of introduce myself. A lot of my videos I don't even talk. You don't even see me. I'm just there doing stuff. So decided to start curating more of my content on this channel. Try to get some more subscribers. Do some stuff. Anytime I work on the car, I do maintenance, whatever, I'm gonna try to record it, get it together, get some DIYs for everything I do, and post it on the channel. I'll start working on the Sienna too. I actually, once my youngest, she's about 1.5 years now, gets a little older, I want to buy another Sienna. This is my wife's right now behind me, so she won't let me do much to it other than basic stuff, but I want to get my own and lower it, put it on air, put some wheels and all that to it. My wife just wants to keep it stock. We do have the Sienna SE version, so it's got the 19-inch wheels. It's got the black, all black interior. Very sporty. Not many of these in Florida. Out in California, they're everywhere. I travel a lot for work. I'm a energy consultant, so I work 60 hours a week too, so I don't have much time to do much car maintenance these days. So, and I'm traveling a couple days a week all the time, so I'm always in airports and all that, and I might start posting about my airport stuff, so in my travels. But for now, I'm just kind of keep it to the car stuff. Anytime I find something interesting that you guys might want to see, especially the 2IS stuff back here. I know a lot of my followers now are just, they're interested in the 2IS. I know this is a very good platform right now. This car is pretty freaking cheap. You can get an IS 350 for under, you get it for under $7,500 these days. I just feel like picking up one just to mess with 350 since I got a 250. ISF's still up there in price though. I've seen some posts on YouTube and stuff. There was like a 200,000 mile ISF that I think what's his name, Tra- Traverse or whatever his name is. He had posted something about it, but that was like a $12,000 car, even though it had a ton of miles on it. But cars are pretty reliable. I've actually got less than 100,000 miles on this thing. Over 12 years, I drive it about 20 or 30 miles a day to work and back. Except when I'm at the airport. When I'm at the airport, it's parked for 3 or 4 days at a time without moving. So I don't get much miles. Whenever we travel or go anywhere, we're in the minivan or we're flying. So, not much miles on the IS. Plus, it's so low that I don't really drive it that much anywhere too far because, liable to hit something on the road and destroy everything on it. So it's my daily driver. But as far as maintenance, I haven't really done much to it other than I think I did the spark plugs at 60,000 or 70,000 miles. That was a pain for the 250. I should have documented that one. But I did a water pump recently. I got that full DIY on my channel. And, you guys, whoever's interested in that, that's a very easy job for this car. It's much easier than the other Toyota 350s like the Sienna. Shoot, the water pump and alternator on this thing, I do not ever want to deal with that crap because you basically got to drop one side of the engine if you want to work on that thing. But as far as the IS goes, it's pretty easy. Even the alternator is pretty easy. I haven't had to mess with the alternator on this car, luckily. My brother, who has a 2008 IS 250, he's had to deal with all that, but he's got twice as much miles as me. He lives down in Miami, so he's driving, 100 miles a day to work and around. So, so he his car's got much more beat up. He's a lot lower than my car too, and he's always hitting shit. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try to start curating more of my content to, for you guys that are interested in watching it. My garage is full of crap. I've got it's kind of my place, but these days it's just full of everything. I've got, bikes from the kids. I've got, all kinds of tools for the house. All my car tools are kind of all buried in all this crap now. I really need to reorganize and reduce stuff. I've got a freezer over there for the family. I've got appliances. It's just crap everywhere. But I'm going to try to clean it up, get it more into orderly. I got to find a place to put all these kids' bikes and all this crap eventually because all it does is sit here and scratch my rear bumper. These kids just throw everything everywhere. The 7-year-old and the 4-year-old, they're always pushing bikes in and out, rubbing against our cars. Luckily, I haven't really damaged or scratched anything all this time. So, but I'm looking to declutter a lot of this crap, and most of it's clutter because we just don't have time with all these kids to put things in the right place and do that. And then every time I have a project in the house or in the car, it just ends up on my workbench there with all the drills and screwdrivers and pliers and just anything and everything kind of just gets left over there. Same with all my other parts and car parts and everything. They just end up on boxes up there and on the shelf. My lighting retrofit stuff, all my maintenance tools, all my paints, spray guns, all that stuff. I've been doing car stuff for about 20 years now, since my first car, my Honda Accord, back in 2007. So, it's 22 years, or not 1997. So it's about 22 years now since I've been messing with cars. So it's just one of those hobbies that I've learned over the years. I kind of, everything I've learned on my own. I used to pay mechanics to do that crap and realized they always messed stuff up more than they helped. Even body shops. I spent most of my high school years hanging out at one of my buddy's body shops. So we kind of did a lot of all those rebuilds shows right now and channels on YouTube where guys are all rebuilding cars. We've been doing that for 20 something years down in Miami because that's when I first got in the Honda scene. A lot of my friends were driving rebuilt Honda Civics that they got for like next to nothing because those fenders, hoods, front ends, whatever it was. They were just rebuilding those, doing engine swaps and all that. So I'm been doing that crap for ever. Just probably the last 10 years or so, 8 to 10 years, I haven't really stayed kind of out of the car scene with all these children in my life now and a wife. So I do look to kind of get back into building some cars and doing some more hobby stuff. I actually want one of those 4-post lifts for my garage now, after I've seen how easy it is to get. And they're pretty damn cheap. If you want the bin pack or one of those name brand ones, you're spending about $3,300 plus install if you can't do it yourself. They've got ones at Northern Tools that are like $2,200. You get an eBay special for like $1,800 delivered to your door. So they're out there. The only thing you really have to do in the garage is lift it up. I've got 10.5-foot ceilings, almost 11-foot ceilings in here. I'd have to get rid of all that storage crap back there, which is all just Christmas stuff that I could put upstairs, up in the attic. But and then I would probably hire a garage company to come and put the rails in, so it can go higher. I would probably keep since I've got a 2-car garage, I'd keep the center, the center mount opener, because I could just raise that up and it'll clear the lift, it'll clear the car. Some people, like if you have a single car garage or a little bit tighter space, they get that the LiftMaster one that goes on the wall that turns that shaft back there. And the reason why I wouldn't do it myself, because of that spring back there, that spring that kind of puts the tension. That's a dangerous, it's under a lot of pressure. The garage guys have a big ass wrench that they turn it with, and it's, you don't want to, you can't really do that by yourself, and usually I'm doing stuff by myself, so it's hard to. I'd rather pay someone a couple $100 to do that anyways, because there's some things I've learned that you gotta let other people do it. You probably spend more time messing with it than it's worth, because some of the stuff what I've been doing with this car last year, like polishing my wheels and disassembling or reassembling them, it was a learning experience. But at the end of the day, and the time I spent on it and the tools I bought for it, all the polishing wheels and grinders and polishing stuff, that some of it I had already, some of it I didn't, but I still, at the end of the day, I should have paid someone like $800 to do that, because it would have made my life easier. I wouldn't have been in this garage for, I was probably working on those wheels every night, couple hours for probably 3 or 4 weeks, just to get it, to look good. And, I could have paid someone. I think I got a quote for, it was like $100 a lip to get it high polished. And now that I think of it, I would have given him $400 easy. The same guy that powder coated him, he's charged me $200 to powder coat the faces, so I should just give him another $400 to polish the lips up, and I would have saved me a lot of time. I would have assembled it myself, because that's the easy part. The polishing part and getting all the old chrome and copper and all that crap after I got it stripped off, that was a pain in the ass. So you kind of learn those things after a while. But it's just part of working on cars. I don't really trust mechanics and all that. That's why I do all my own maintenance. And at the end of the day, as long as you keep up with it and you know what to look for in a vehicle as you drive it, and stuff that wears, then it comes, for me, it's second nature. So I don't really, it's not hard for me. It's just finding the time for it these days with family time and all that. So anyways, enough rambling. My next, my future videos, I'm going to start spend some more FaceTime with you guys, talk to you, kind of show you what I do and all that, and get curate all the content for you guys. So anyway, so next time, thanks for listening to my rambles, and we'll see you on the next. And if you like this content, you find it useful, interesting, whether it's the IS or the Toyota Sienna or any car, because most of the stuff I do for the IS, it applies to other Toyotas, other Lexus vehicles, other model years, because they most of it's pretty damn interchangeable. So anyway, yeah, so if you do like to, leave me comments, positive, negative, give me some tips, subscribe, like, share, whatever you need to do. Anyways, peace out.